Good evening everyone, it's the 8th of October 2012. We have a large complex low pressure system coming up from down south, and I'll go on and explain the effects that it will cause on New South Wales and Queensland. This is the New South Wales and Queensland video. The South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria one has already been posted. A few people have asked of how HSC can show up in the newsfeed. It's pretty simple. Go to where it says like, hover over it and it says show in newsfeed, make sure that's checked. You can go to the tab beside it also and drop that menu down, add to interest lists, name it weather, it's obvious, or add it to page favourites as weather or something like that. So there's three different ways there which you can bring HSC up. Our posts average out to about 12,000 out of 10,000 to 12,000 out of 34, so the reason why we ask people to like and share is so that it pushes on through newsfeed without having to pay for it. Right, so we'll move right along. Okay, so there is a large area of cold air coming up from the south. This is the 500 millibar temperature, which is at about 18,000 feet, and you can see there Friday at 5 p.m. it's centred over Victoria, and this is forecast to move up over New South Wales and skim across the Queensland border. I'll progress through and show you 5 a.m. Thursday morning, negative 34 degrees at 18,000 feet over Victoria. That's a significant cold pool there. Alright, you can see the gradient. It goes from light blue down to dark blue. This is moving north-northeast, which you can see it really rockets in the next 12 hours up into New South Wales to be centred basically over New South Wales at 5 p.m. on Thursday afternoon at neg 32. Very, very cold air associated with it. And then it scoots out across the Queensland border, southern Queensland border, out off New South Wales, where it will then go on to produce an east coast low, which I'll go on to explain shortly. These are the temperatures down now at 850, which is about 4,500, 5,000 feet or lower levels of the atmosphere. Again, 5 a.m. Thursday morning, you can see that it's negative 2, not very high up above our heads, negative 4 over Victoria, 12 degrees up in Queensland, but that'll change. So you can see blue is very, very cold air, not very far up in the atmosphere at all. It's something that we look to and associate with snow, is the 850 temperatures being below zero. This is 5 p.m. Thursday. The coldest part of the air is over Canberra, but it's also pushing and wrapping back up around northwest central New South Wales. And it's still very, very cold over southern states, but we've already covered those. 5 a.m. Friday, the coldest part of the air here now is up around the border areas. We'll zoom in on that shortly and I'll show you something. And as you keep progressing, the cold air then moves offshore late Friday afternoon, but there is an east coast loader bomb out there. So show you the wind streams. These are at 850 also at that same level, about 4,500 feet. You can see that Thursday afternoon at 5 p.m. out here off New South Wales there's nothing much doing, right? There's no low. There's a few strong winds there coming around, wrapping around west of Wagga Wagga. If we go on further to 11 p.m. Thursday night, you can see this red shaded area starting to develop here around southeast New South Wales. Right, this is the formation of the east coast low, which all the models are forecasting to develop offshore from New South Wales. What this will do is bring very strong gusty winds, possibly some heavy rainfall through coastal parts, and obviously large swell, ocean swell. If we progress to 5 a.m. on Friday morning, you can see that the entire coastline of New South Wales is copping quite a battering there of winds, up to 100 k's an hour or better at 4,500 feet. So this is ripping all of the clouds in, and also on the surface it'll also be quite strong. Then by 11 AM or during Friday, this low does move away to the east quite quickly. All the models are forecasting that as well. It does move away quickly, which is good. It's not going to hang around and bash anyone up for too long. If we zoom in now, I've got an area of interest. Okay, obviously with any of these sort of systems, how far is it going to go? Queensland, New South Wales, what's going to happen? Alright, this is the temperature at 500 millibars or 18,000 feet. I did predict and chase snow to Tenterfield, Mount Mackenzie this year. We were successful and live streamed snow out of Mount Mackenzie. That cold pool at 500 at this level is negative 27. This one is negative 30, so it's stronger. Now also, it's October, so it's a bit of it's just something that I haven't seen for a long time. Others have. Obviously it's a rare event, so we like to focus on it, see what's going on. So 1 AM on Friday morning, the coldest part of the air is over the northern tablelands in New South Wales, through Armidale, scooting across the southern Queensland border. Now if we drop a plot, what we call a plot, if we drop a plot in there to have a look at the atmosphere to see what's doing anywhere around Armidale, northern tablelands, what we could see on this plot is that there's moisture. The two red lines are together. So we have moisture from the ground up to about 17,000 feet, and then obviously the lines split and it dries out. We also have very cold temperatures right through the atmosphere. They're saying that the ground temperature here is 3 degrees. Okay, this is at 1 AM, and that freezing level, or zero, is just at 4,000 feet. So you combine that with some moisture. Obviously, when this air starts to fall and sink, you get some showers. It drags this cold air back. Now, when I chased the snow to Mount Mackenzie at Tenterfield, what we found, and I chased with my family, Leanne and the kids down there as well, they got to enjoy it as well. Also Cameron and Andy from South Brisbane Storms were there, and we were running a lot of observations out of there. We found that it would warm up prior to snow, okay, just a little, and then when it would snow, the temperatures would really drop off significantly and very quickly. And it's this cold air being dragged down, okay, so over our heads, not too far over our heads at say 17,000 feet, was negative 30 degrees. Okay, so that's pretty cold. You wouldn't want to stick your head out in that. But obviously when this snow and the air sinks and falls, it drags this down to the surface. Okay, and it snaps off really cold, really quick. I think we recorded something like -2 or something at 2 o'clock in the afternoon with snow flurries. So the winds obviously are normally quite strong from the west-southwest when you get a system like this come through and blast from that side. So wind chill factor will be an issue. What else have we got? What have we got loaded up here? Just having a quick look. Alright, so rainfall, New South Wales rainfall, coastal areas should see the most, especially southeast corner of New South Wales where that low initially spins up, then does move away. Queensland, so you're looking at up to 50 mil down there. Queensland, inland parts of New South Wales, it does taper off. Queensland 15, 25. The models are playing with totals up in Queensland because it's on the northern edge, alright, and you can see how far it extends up. It's the southern half of Queensland. Our BSCH model is similar, paints a similar picture. 25 mils through the Downs into southeast coast, Lighter Falls, Wide Bay Burnett. This could change. I mean, we're still 4 or 5 days out, so we'll keep an eye on rainfall for Queensland. But we are hopeful for some form of rainfall from, you know, the Warrego, Maranoa east, Darling Downs, Coalfields, Longreach south, Moranbah. There are also storms. Amy asked me to mention about storms too, which I forgot to load. Let's have a look. Doesn't take long. Go to Queensland. 4 PM Thursday, did she say? Alright, yeah. So Okay, you can see the red shaded area, 4 PM on Thursday. So there's some instability all the way along the coast from, say, Townsville down to Bundy, with the focus around being Mackay to Rocky. There's some storms forecast for there. She's pretty excited about that. No doubt so would HSC Mike. So I'll keep your fingers crossed for you guys up there. Can't seem to see anything else in the charts for storm-wise. If we move on to the Queensland State forecast from the BOM, they support the notion of a very cold day over southern parts on Friday. Surface and upper level trough system will move off the coast during the morning. Rain areas and isolated storms. Unseasonably cold air mass, which I've dubbed being the super low. Why? Because I can. Okay, it's bigger than a normal low. It's out of the ordinary. Like Cameron from South Brisbane Storm said, it's coloured blue, so just paint an S on it for super low. Found that to be pretty funny. Southern Darling Downs and Granite Belt showers may fall as sleet for a short period. Okay, so that's bloody cold for October. Obviously we're going to also get follow-on, possibly frosts, to follow on Friday, Saturday. I did see some temperatures there over southern parts of Queensland which did indicate frost. Obviously in New South Wales, definitely. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, mostly fine across the state. So we should push into a fine weekend after this thing buggers off. New South Wales, BOM. Wednesday, scattered showers, possible thunder and snow on the Alps. So there's your cold air. Thunder snow. Chance of showers over most of the remaining districts. Okay, Thursday, scattered showers in the southeast with snow on the southern ranges. Isolated showers in the north and west. I want to have a look at something here. Why haven't they put this? I'm going to go to all forecasts. I'm going to go to the map district, and I'm going to go to the northern tablelands just to show you something. They do have it. Okay, northern tablelands, isolated showers in the morning, falling as snow above 900 metres. Okay, on Friday. Thank you, BOM. They do have it, just not in their state forecast. It's in the northern tablelands forecast for Friday. Alright, so that's pretty cool. Overnight temperatures falling between -3. Alright, so it's definitely going to get cold. That. I did mention in the other video that HSC does not support HARP or chemtrails. Would you please unlike the page if you do, or just don't comment on it. We don't support it, we don't have time for it. There's plenty of other sites where you can go on HARP and mention chemtrails. Just because we put up a picture with cloud undulations in them, or something like that, we get all these comments coming through and we don't support it, so you will be blocked and banned. I'm sick of it, I'm over it, and I'm shitty. So people have been given enough warning. It ain't that kind of site. So please leave us alone. Admins will not tolerate it anymore. Alright, thanks guys. We'll continue to do text updates, any video updates that I get around to. I'm pretty busy at work, so we'll get what we can out. Alright, I'm off. Thanks. See ya. Bye.